Oh, hello. Awesome, Susan. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hello, everyone. It's almost that time. I'm on a little early tonight, but no. Hope everyone's doing good. Got to adjust myself. See what we got. I think we got, I'm doing something pretty cute tonight. I thought we're just going to be making applique out of a clip art, which of course we've done before, but I just love doing it. It's so fun to me. It's fun to me that you can go out there in the interwebs and find something and turn it into an applique. I just love doing that. And of course, I've seen this done, but I thought, hey, we can make our own. We don't have to buy a file. We can make our own. So it's going to be really, really cute. So, hello, everyone joining on. Just looking, make sure. There we go. Ooh, ooh, don't touch that. Just got my little iPad set off to the side here. So everyone's been doing good. Okay, it's time now. Everyone's been doing good. It's been a busy week over here, but everything's going good and a lot of cool things coming up. So couple months, we've got Baby Lock Tech, which is always fun. Don't ask, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on over there. But let me get something here. There we go. Let me get that out the way. There we go. And just fun stuff all around. Yesterday we had our In the Hoop Bowl Cozy class. That was always fun. I love making those. And thank you for all who joined in on that. And those of you who were unable to make it, I did send out an email this morning with the link and the updated directions. So you should have gotten that. And if you had signed up for the class and you have not received that yet, please let me know or check in your spam file. How do I balance the public side of business and still keep my privacy? I'm not that interesting. Nobody bothers me because I'm really outside of this, I am the most boring person in the world. All I do is sew. Really no, yeah, my privacy and I'm an open book. Here's the thing. I tell y'all everything, and that's how boring I am. Everything I tell you is pretty boring. So that's a good question because this is what you see is what you get, William. That's a great question. I love that. You just finished a farm girl quilt for the fair. I want to enter a quilt into our fair so bad. I need to figure out how to do that. I need to get up with the people at our fair, but I see them every year and I'm like, oh, I want to do that so bad. I need to, I'm glad you said something about that. I'm not boring. I feel boring, Diane. Um, Sometimes at night I'm sitting here going, I should be doing something. I really could be doing something. I really should be in there sewing. I really should be hand stitching. I really should be. That's what ADHD does to you. You're just like, I really should be doing something, and you're not. And really, what I should be doing is resting, not driving myself crazy. Yeah, yeah. So. Okay, well, since we're ready to go, it looks like. Let me show y'all what we're going to be doing today. So, I have no housekeeping today, nothing new and exciting. Um, because I'm debating on about starting a YouTube channel and learning my listening goal to and my journey to get a new radiance. Ooh, William, that would be really interesting. I'd watch. Really, I'm gonna be honest with you, no one messes with you. They don't mess with me. So, that, and I think that's the sewing community. I think everyone's so nice. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even get what a lot of girls out there get, like the quilt police. I don't even get a lot of that. I don't know, it's just because I've been around for a long time, people know who I am. Um, I don't know, but it's to me, it's always been a very welcoming community. So, no one really bothers me. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks for coming. Okay, let me show you what we're going to do tonight. And I think this is stinking cute. I had fun making it, and you may have seen these out there. You may have even seen them in boutiques, or you may have seen the actual design for you to make them yourself, where you have to purchase it and make it. But I'm going to show you how you can make it in IQ Designer. So, and they were popular for a while, and then I started re-seeing them again. So here we go. It's the old state trick. So we're going to make a clip art, or we're going to get a clip art of your state, whatever state you live in. How that looks good on camera. That's some old Tula pink fabric. If you were with me yesterday, you saw this fabric. Some old Tula pink fabric that I had. I love it, and I'm starting to use it. I've been hoarding it for years. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. And I've been starting to use it. But so we're going to make a clip art of your state. We're going to put a little star or heart or shape, whatever shape you want, at the area that you live. So if you lived in Miami, we would have put it down here somewhere. And then put the word home across it. I have always loved the way this looks. I just always thought this was the sweetest thing. I've never made one before until I designed it yesterday and made and stitched it out today. So it was super duper duper quick and easy. So the longest part to me is going to the internet and downloading or finding the correct clip art for your state. And of course, I live in Florida, and this is, yep, that's Tallahassee right there. Yep, you see how close we are to Georgia? That's Georgia's right there. You see where I'm at right there? I'm pretty much on the Georgia line. So where I live, actually where I live, I am about 10 minutes away from Georgia. I'm going to say about 10, 15 minutes away from actual Georgia. So we call ourselves um, North Floridian, South Georgians. So super cute. This is what we're going to do today. Love it. You could just no, Diane, you can make this yourself. I know. Well, I mean, this is perfect. You live here with me. But you could, no, this is so easy. Watch how easy this is going to be. It's just an applique. And there's only a couple steps to it, really. And yeah. And this is built-in lettering, so you can choose any lettering you want. Okay. So Susan says she lives in Michigan, so that's going to be cool. We have Alabama, we have Virginia, Michigan again, Ohio again, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Georgia, Michigan. So we have all different states out there that we can look up and find our clip art for. So and see, there's another Michigan. So, hey. All right. So I'm going to first go and do this part on the computer so you can see it really well. How to find a clip art. Super easy, super quick. Pennsylvania, from Florida, from Minnesota. Y'all are just popping right in. I like that. So let's go out to what I call the interwebs, really the internet. And let's get a page here. And I'm going to pull up Google. And in your Google search bar, really, you're going to be using your tablet for this or your phone, because what we're going to do is we're going to search on our phones or our tablets for this particular clip art. It's whatever state you live in. Of course, I'm going to use Florida. And then we're going to save it as a picture to our phone or our tablet. And then we're going to use IQ Positioning app or the Brother Like app to send it over to our machine. We've done this several times, but if you're new to this is how you're going to do it. But I just wanted to pull this up on the computer just to show you quickly what a clip art is if you're unfamiliar. So I'm actually going to type, this is what you're going to type. So insert state here. So I'm going to insert the word Florida. Clip art, black and white. That is important for this, black and white. And then when you're looking through, we're going to go find an outline. And I'm going to be honest with you. These thick outlines here, see those thick outlines? They don't work as well as these thin outlines. I had some trouble. I think I saved this one and I had some trouble with it. It came out a mess. So we want to look for something that has like this thinner outline. That's not the one I used. Let me see if I can find the one I used. You're then going to click on images. And let's see if I can find the one that I used. Lots of Florida here. I don't see it, but I can click on this one. Oh, I think this is it right here. This is it right here. So I just clicked on it. And I'll show you on the tablet how we save it. However, this is the one that I used, and you can see it has a thin outline. Now, am I worried about all these little tiny areas stitching out? No, because I'm doing a raw edge applique, and I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge anyway, so I didn't really get into those nooks and crannies. Now, if you are going to add a finishing stitch, like a satin stitch or something like that to the outside edge, you may want to um, cut into those little nooks and crannies, but I don't. It's not that big of a deal. So this is the one I use. I could have used this one right here as well. So let's do another state. Let's do, since there are a lot of Minnesotas, M-I-N-N-E, Sota. So there's oh, perfect. Look at this. Like, this was beautiful right here. This is gorgeous. This one's gorgeous. But this one right here, oops, let me click. This one right here is too thick. But you see this one right here and this one right here, they're perfect for that. Don't get the full filled in black one, because that what it'll want to do is fill in the whole thing for you. This one's good right here, except for that part. So you have some good options right there. Now, let me show you on the, let me stop share here. Let me show you, and hopefully we can see this. I'm going to turn off my lamp here. It's going to get a little dark. And I'm going to show you on my iPad. It fell. I've got it though. So I am an Apple user, so I have Apple. Let me turn down the brightness. So I have an Apple iPad. And what we use in Apple is your Safari. And Safari's down here. That is basically kind of like your Google search. Let's see something. Go a little dark. That's good. Okay. So if I stand up, maybe you can see. There's still a little, it's still really bright, but I'll just kind of cock it to the side a little bit. So I'm going to click on Safari, and up in the search bar, I'm going to type the same thing. I'm going to type Florida, clip art, black and white. You could also type in outline as well. And go. Now it's going to come up with the, I'm going to kind of have to turn it this way. So it's going to come up with them here. I'm going to click on the word images up in the search bar up here. And I'm going to select, you can barely see it because it's so thin, this one right here. I tap on it, you can see it off to the side here. Let me see if I can turn it this away. So you can see it right here. Now I'm going to press and hold, and you'll see that search bar, or excuse me, that information area come up. And I'm going to click on Save to Photos. Done. Now all I have to do is go out of that, go find my IQ positioning app. Where is it? Oh, don't you do this to me. Ah, there it is. So that is the one that is black. See if I can kind of get it. There we go. The light's so bright. And you're going to notice you have 3 different icons. And you're going to want to select the bottom icon, select image for creating design. So we're going to tap on that. And it's going to say, hey, Anna, which picture do you want to use from your pictures? So I'm going to select the one I want to use. And if I can get that kind of glared right to you, you can see my big old Florida picture. And as long as my machine's on, I can now send to machine by clicking this blue button down here. And I'll say okay here. And guess what? I have sent that over. It's all done now. So Yes, this is going to be recorded and uploaded to the YouTube channel, so you can go back and rewatch this. Let me pull you guys back up for question. What happened to your questions? Let's see. All right, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so let me plug you back in. I was really low on juice. Well, I had it standing up just fine earlier. Now you get to watch me flail for just a second. How in the world did I have it standing up earlier? Ah, ah, there we go. I think I got it, guys. That way I can see your directions, your questions. Okay, let's get this light back on because I look silly. There we go. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the machine because we just sent that over to the machine and we're going to turn that into an applique. We're then going to add our little star or heart, whatever you want to put right there. And then we're going to add the word home. So you ready? Here we go. Oh my goodness. Pushing all kind of wrong buttons right now. Ooh, that is bright. Maybe if we turn this light off. That didn't help too much, but that's okay. All right, so we're now here at our IQ screen. Let me go off. So the first thing you want to do is you do want to select IQ Designer. So we're going to tap on IQ. And then we're going to, debating on, it's so bright. Let me see something real quick before I move on. Because I might grab my other camera because for some reason this is reading really bright today. And so it's kind of hard to see. I think what I'm going to do really quickly, if y'all give me just a minute, is grab my other camera. It'll just take me a moment to set it up. It won't take long at all. Some days it wants to work beautifully. Some days it's like, what? No, not me. No, not I. I don't feel like working. That's the fun of live TV, right? When you're live, things are going to be weird. So I'm going to move that off to the side and you get to see some fun, boring stuff over there. And I'm going to turn this on. Oh, see how much better that already is? But we're going to have to do something. So if you get dizzy, what I want you to do is close your eyes until I tell you you were good to go. I think that's so much better already. Okay. All right, we're good to go. But I just need to straighten this up. Possibly brighten up a little bit. What I need to see is if you guys see that same little, yep, you do. I was seeing some wiggle lines across, and I'm trying to get those out of the picture so you guys, that does not, it's not as annoying as, okay. All right, so we're starting over. We're going to go to the home screen. All right, that's better, somewhat. Okay, so from the home screen, what we're going to do is select IQ Designer. From there, we need to go find that design that we sent over. And how are we going to find that? Well, it's super duper easy, and I am tangled up like nobody's business right now. Give me a second. There we go. So I use a wired mouse, just so you know. So you're going to see me floating around here. Fingers are going to try to stay out of the way. And how we find that actual design that we've just sent over is we're going to go, I just heard a noise. One second, let me make sure. We're going to go right here where this little leaf icon, you will see that. You will actually see that it may be down here, or it may be up here. So what we're going to do is click on that, and then we're going to come down to line design. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to select the Wi-Fi key. And why are we selecting the Wi-Fi key? Because we sent that over wirelessly, right? We sent it over wirelessly. So we're going to select that. And the very last thing that you have sent over is always going to be up at the top right here. So once I click on it, you're going to be able to see my little Florida. So I'm going to select set. And we're going to see this screen. This screen is the screen where if there was anything else inside of it, let's say there was some writing or something right here, we could actually use these little guys right here to crop those out. So this is like a cropping screen. So we're going to say, okay. And then there it is right there. So can you see my Florida? I can see it just fine. So I'm going to now select set. And there she is. I'm going to turn off my background, but there she is. Now, the other thing that I want to do from right here is I know in my head, if I'm going to put it on a tea towel, I'm probably going to use about a 5x7 hoop. Now, if you wanted to make this into a pillow, which would be adorable, like make a really big one, that would be so cute on a pillow. Then you might want to use a 9.5 by 9.5 inch hoop, or your 10 5/8 by 10 5/8 inch hoop. But for me, if I were going to replicate what I've already done, which is this one right here, then what I would want to do is turn on the hoop so I know I'm going to be within my parameters. And to do that, we're going to go up to settings, and we're going to go to our frame display. And yours may look a little different than mine, but it's the same. We're going to click right here, and I'm going to go look for 5x7. And then say, okay. Now what we can see is that if you can see the outline here, right here, that is my 5x7 hoop. We can see that my Florida is a lot bigger than my hoop. So I'm going to come to the size key, and I'm going to shrink it down. And what it came out to earlier was around about that. I'm going to say 4.15, something in that line. Yeah. So right now I'm going to zoom in so we can see it really good. There it is right there. The first thing I'm going to do, so when we have an applique, an embroidered applique, we generally have three parts to it. The first part being the placement line. After the placement line, we lay a piece of fabric directly on top of it. And then we have the tack down line, which tacks down the fabric. And then we trim really close to the edge of the stitch line. And then we have a finishing stitch. Well, for this project, I leave out the finishing stitch. So right now we're just going to make the placement line. So in order to turn this into a placement stitch, we're going to come right up here to our line property, and we're going to select our little piece of paper, and we're going to select running stitch. And I just like to select a color so I know that it changed. And I'm going to say, okay. I'm going to turn on my bucket, take my finger and tap. The next thing I'm going to do is select memory and save it to memory. It's very important we do that right now, because we've already changed the size and everything. We don't want to have to reproduce that. We want to save it so we can just pull it right back up. But I'm going to show you a quick way in in the embroidery screen. I'm going to show you something really fast and easy. So now we're going to select next, set, okay. So you remember I was saying we need a placement line and a tack down line. So we need to make that tack down line. Did you know that you can just make it right here? But the first thing that I want to do is I want to center this. So I'm going to go to edit, move, and push the little center button. Just make sure it's centered. It was centered. Perfect. Now I'm going to select this duplicate key right here. It's a little square with a square that is a dashed line. And you're going to see one hop off to the side. That's going to be our tack down stitch. So I'm going to select move again. And then I'm going to select the center key, and it moves it right on top of that line. We're almost done. So now what I want to add is my little star or heart, whatever you want to add. So I'm going to go to add. I'm going to go to IQ Designer, and I'm going to go to our little shapes key or our stamp pattern list. This is actually called stamps pattern list, but I call it our shapes key. And I'm going to grab a heart or a star or a fun star or a little flower or a circle, whatever you want. We can go into the fun designs. We can do any of these. We can do a fun star. You can do a teddy bear face. You can do whatever you want. But I'm just going to grab the little star and say, okay. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this line off. I'm going to make it a no-sew line. So I'm going to go up to my line properties. I'm going to select no sew and then okay. And then turn on my bucket and tap the line. That means it's not going to sew. It's just a boundary right now. Now what I want to do is fill in this star with a full fill stitch. Now, if we look here, it automatically is a full fill stitch. So I can actually just turn on my bucket and tap. The next thing we want to do is change the size. Now, since I've touched it, it's unselected. So we want to make sure it's selected by selecting this button right here and then drawing a box around it with our finger or our stylus or our mouse. I'm going to select size and shrink it down to about 1/2 inch. I mean, like, I go down. So close to about 1/2 inch. And there we go. Now you can save this if you want. I'm not going to, but I'm going to say, okay, next, and then set. Okay, there's my star right there. So I'm going to go to edit and move, and then move it up wherever. And she's a little big, so let's see if we can get her a little smaller. Now to get her smaller, what I want to do is select my digitizing button right here. And let's make her smaller. See how much smaller it'll let us get her. There we go. That's much better. So it's a little smaller than, because I'm going into a tiny area. If it had been one of these areas, that size would have been great. But I'm going to pick her up and I'm going to drop her right into this area, right in here. It's actually a little more over. She's going to hang off the edge a little bit, which is fine with me. There we go. She's in Leon County right now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our word, home. You could actually spell out your state name, or you could put whatever word you would like in there. I just love that it says home. Because I'm very passionate about where I live. Tallahassee is my home. I'm very proud of that. So I'm going to select add. I'm going to go to the fonts. And the font that I used was number 10. I love this. I use it a lot because it connects and it's a beautiful cursive font. So what I'm going to do is select that one and go to my lowercase. You can do uppercase, you can do whatever you want, and select the H. But if we look down here, we have LMS. That's large, medium, small. So I'm going to start with the medium. And now I'm going to go O-M-E and then hit set. Now what I'm going to do is just kind of move it wherever I want it to go. If I wanted to change the size to make it a little bigger or smaller, I can totally do that. But let's zoom in. And there she is. So to embroider, all I have to do, let's do this. Let's go back. To embroider, let's zoom in again. All I have to do is first stitch is going to be, let me see, I wish I could get this. The first stitch is going to be the placement stitch. After this placement stitch, I'm going to lay a piece of fabric on top. The next stitch is the same thing. It's going to tack down that fabric. It's on top of it. And then we're going to trim super duper 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 close to the edge here. I leave just a little bit hanging out. Just a little bit hanging out because I love that raw edge effect. Then next is going to be your star. And then the word home, or whatever word you choose. How cute is that? So let's watch that full play again. So you can't see that second one go around, but it does go around. There we go. So maybe if we do this, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change the color of the second one here. We'll do it this color. So maybe we can see the difference. Let's zoom in and let's play. There we go. First one, then the second one, then the star, and then home. Did you know you can do this on your machine? You can watch the stitch out first, make sure everything falls the way it should. And if you don't know how I did that, you're going to come up to this little icon right up here. It's a hoop. And I just zoomed in, so you can see it's pretty small here. So I just zoomed in, and then you're going to select this little icon right here, and you can do it fast, faster, or at number one, where we're just going to watch it in real time. Well, not real time, it's a little faster than real time, but you can even kind of back it up some. Let me see. Oh no, that starts it all over, or starts at the end. But this is always fun because I can see when things are going to happen. I can see how it's going to stitch out in what order. Of course, I know the order, but I can really watch it and make sure it's exactly what I want. So when I'm happy with that, I'm just going to go to embroidery and I'm done. I can just stitch her out. So how cute is that? Hey, Gary, from the world's smallest skyscrapers. That's my favorite skyscraper of all time. So, Susan, hopefully that just answered your question. All right. So basically, there we are. So basically, that's all you have to do to make this little guy. Is that not easy? It's so easy. So on the back of this fabric, I just used some Pellon SF 101. Is that how you say it? Just some fusible interfacing to the back. Because this is, sorry for the buzzer. Do y'all know the laundry room is right next to my door? Right, has to be right next to my sewing room. So since this is going to be a sample and it's not going to be washed, I just used some Pellon SF 101 on the back just to give it some stability. Otherwise, I would use a fusible webbing on the back and fuse it down before I moved on to the rest of the stitching. So, any questions? Let's see if there's any question. And this is going to be posted within the next day or so up to the YouTube channel so you can watch it and remake it. But it's darn cute. I thought it's so cute. Now, the star I did do in black because I was afraid if I did it in white, you wouldn't be able to see it. But I love how it came out. Oh, yes, yes, I only use that on the applique fabric. Yes, I should have made that more clear. Yep. Now, what I did was I hooped some stick tearaway, the Baby Lock stick tearaway, and I floated this in the hoop. So I did not hoop this, I just floated it in the hoop and stitched it out that way. Now, if this was going to be a gift, I might, I like using tearaway on tea towels. Some people use wash away on tea towels. It's just up to you whatever you like to use. To me, it comes out both really, really good. Thanks, Sophie. It's a lot of fun. And it is easy, and I know you can do this. So, you know what, guys? I would love, love, love for every single one of y'all to make one of these and post it to the group because I want to see all the different states and see how you zhuzh it up. See if you do a different name, see if you or different word, or see what you do, what little symbol you put there, or where your symbol is going to be. I would love to see that. What fabric you're going to use because you all know I love me some fabric. So I would love to see you guys make these and post them to the group page. That would be so fun. So fun. It's so darling. I just love this. I just think I get proud of myself sometimes. So, All right. So any questions? I'm going to leave it up for a minute. See if there's any questions, any chit chat, anything like that. Untangle myself for a second here. Yeah, they will be fun to make. They're really cute. I want to see someone do it on a pillow. I might do that. I might do a big pillow maybe for like our sunroom. We actually have what's called a Florida room. And so that would yay, Sophie. That would be perfect for our Florida room. Might do. Especially in that fabric. I mean, the bright yellow is just stunning. Can I show how to use a laser when you do a half triangle? My machine is not set up for that, Susan, but I can definitely do that next time. We can do some sewing next time. How about that? But yeah, absolutely, we can do that. I'm gonna have some time this week, actually. So what if we jumped on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday and I can show you guys that and I'll post in the group what day I can do that. It may not be, um, hmm, yeah. So you do, well, you have a laser and you can use it to, when you're sewing, to create that half quarter triangle deal. It's cool. It's really is cool. And I use the laser to sew straight lines, especially when I'm quilting, because you can move the line away, as you know, pretty far away, and you can bring it in and you can move it to the other side, and that's what I love about it. The laser is amazing. So why don't we do that? Why don't we do, because I am not prepared for that. Yeah, the Solaris. Me too. So why don't we do that either Tuesday or Wednesday? I'll let y'all know by Tuesday. And we'll do some sewing because y'all know I'm a quilter and that's my favorite thing to do besides embroidery. So that would be fun. That would be really fun. That'd be like a middle of the week fun thing. I'm gonna have some time this week, so that'll be good. Yee. Okay, let's do that. Susan, sound good to you? That way I can be prepared. I can have my fabric prepared, my machine set up, everything I need. Awesome. Cool. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you all have a yay. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, but I'll see you in the middle of the week. Or something like that. And if we do it, it may be not like as late as 6 o'clock. It might be a little bit earlier in the day, not like 12 o'clock or anything like that. It might be, like 3 or 4 o'clock. But it'll be recorded for you and it'll be on the YouTube channel as well. So I'll make sure that it's posted well so you'll know when it's happening and then when it's up on the YouTube channel. So about that, that sounds good. Okay, everyone. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful week if I don't see you on the sewing part. Um, if you have any questions, just let me know. If there's anything I can help you with. And please, if you make anything, post it to the group. We all love to see what you make. We love to see it. We absolutely love it. My husband loves to see what you make. So please, if you make anything, I don't care what it is, post it to the group. It's always fun to lift each other up, right? And I love seeing what you guys are up to. So thank you so much again for being part of the group. And so remember to shop local, shop small, and I will see you guys next week or during the week. And then, of course, next Sunday. All right, everyone, have a good one.